Yeah.
And Lamar needs for his run game to be effective. He needs somebody with that type of speed to take the top off to at least disguise.
What about Buffalo? Josh Allen. There's obviously all the beef at the end of the season. Well, I don't know what to call it. The obvious disagreement on the sideline between he and Stephon Diggs.
Stephon is kind of toxic.
Could be toxic over text.
But he when he's not toxic, he's top 3 in the league catching the
sometimes number 1.
Sometimes number 1. Yeah. If I were some of these indoor teams, I would really be giving Lamar a call.
That's what I was thinking. Obviously, we were talking about the Vikings because Mike Schaefer was filling in. Yeah, and
track meet.
But if you're Lamar and Indianapolis calls,
you know what?
I'll head back to Baltimore. Thanks anyway.
I mean, maybe you already know the offense.
That franchise is just a dumpster fire. They just keep making wrong decisions. Like the fact that they brought Jeff Saturday in from TV to coach that team, I'm good.
Well, they keep saying that. Oh, we're just a quarterback away, and then okay, we got very end of his career,
Matt Ryan.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
Then definitely at the end of his career.
Literally the end of his career.
Oh yeah. Then Matt Ryan.
Think Matt Ryan's done. I don't think Matt Ryan's done.
I mean, if he just
Matt Ryan will be on a roster next year.
He just wants the lots of money you will get for also being a backup in the NFL. Sure.
Yeah, I think Matt Ryan's perfectly fine there. Listen,
walking around with a fork in his back pocket.
Yeah, he's he is one paycheck away from being done. I think he plays at least one more year.
I'm just saying is that if you're quarterback away, then former league MVP.
What's Washington?
What are we doing?
I still don't think
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Washington has solved.
They don't even know who's going to be the owner of that franchise right now either.
They don't.
So they've got question marks literally from the top down.
You think Riviera
or Rivera?
Don Rivera. Excuse me, Riviera. Don Rivera,
like the river.
Ron Casino Rivera
as a coach.
Man, he's.
Ron,
so
I said Ron. I'm all over the place today.
Don Riviera. I think Don Riviera might be a toxic head coach. No, Ron Rivera. So I mean, it's so hard.
Riverboat Ron.
I hate to say yes because he was going through chemotherapy and obviously the cancer stuff.
I forget about that.
It's so hard to say somebody label somebody when and listen, everybody's dealing with something, but it's so hard to say this person is pigeonholed into what we describe as this noun, knowing that how tough cancer is and going through all of that.
I mean, I can't fathom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, do you think he handled the Cam situation properly on the way out?
No, I didn't. But interesting. Speaking of pro days and Cam Newton, though.
And I think that kind of sticks around amongst the players
and people that have relationships. Cam Newton's a very popular person in the NFL and has a lot of relationships. And
it might a really good podcast going on right now too.
He worked out at Auburn's pro day today. Cam,
really?
Should they allow? Why? Should they? Because he's trying to get back into the NFL. He didn't look great, by the way.
I remember Vince
you're being a distraction to actual young up and comers.
Should listen? Cam Newton can walk into Auburn, Alabama, and do anything he wanted to. He'll never pay for a meal or a drink ever again. Should the university shut? To me, that should be, I guess, illegal is what I'm looking for, but should not be allowed. There's a day that you're Cam Newton. Just call your own pro day.
I think they should have to show up at the combine personally.
Well, no, because that's invite only. So they can't do that because that's only for seniors. But I guess the reason to do it at a pro day was you already have guys there,
pro eligible guys.
Well, you've also you're gonna have wide receivers out there running or whatever, or you can just go get a couple out of the locker room that are working out.
Then what does he do? I mean, at a university is a university.
John Ruckman weighs in and says, "Don Riviera, the newest cheap whiskey, newest cheap tequila on the shelf."
Hey. Could be a fictional character on the front of a.
I feel like that's what
tequila bottle.
What the name of the Dos Equis guy really is.
Don Rivera?
Not Don Rivera. Not the most interesting man in the world. It's Don Rivera.
I'll get a shirt made with Don Rivera.
There you go. But I just to me, if you're Cam Newton, all eyes are going to be on you. I don't care how long you've been out of the NFL. And if you show up to a pro day, you're just taking away the biggest moment of some of these young men's career. You've been gone from Auburn for over a decade, man. It's time. Find something else.
I know. Just because we know the ego of Cam Newton, should he go USFL or XFL?
I was just about to say, there's literally 2 leagues available for you to showcase your talent in-game reps right now. By the way, you'll sell 1 million jerseys on the way out.
Even better than give real heat after you.
Give Dwayne a call. He'll get you a spot, sell some jerseys, make some money, and earn your way back.
And how many ex-NFL players are coaches in both of these leagues? A ton of them, right? It's like, come on, man. Like, do them a solid, you know.
And no offense to Auburn wide receivers, you're probably got better talent to work with in the XFL if you're going to try. And it shows. Listen, Cam sailed a couple today. He hit some really high patterns and just missed. If you go to the XFL and you get, and maybe it's you brought up his ego. Maybe it's an ego thing. He thinks he's better than
I
you.
mean,
Some people might agree.
He wore number 1.
Yeah, and but
did Manziel do arena stuff?
He currently is doing arena stuff.
Yes, it's
if Johnny Manziel of all people,
it's like a
can
7-on-7
reality.
arena.
Here's the difference, though. Johnny Manziel kind of hit rock bottom. Johnny Manziel didn't have other choices.
That's what
they
happens
probably
when you
wouldn't
get drafted
allow-
to Cleveland.
Chance, poll question. At After Hour 1620 on Twitter. Would Texas A&M allow Johnny Manziel to come to their pro day? I don't think they would.
Oh, God.
I mean, yes, he's a Heisman Trophy winner and maybe their most polarizing player of all time. It wasn't great after he left College Station. At least Cam, went on to win an MVP and made it to a Super Bowl and has been a great ambassador for the brand, even though can't remember the last time I even seen him at an Auburn game.
Who, Cam?
Yeah. But
A box somewhere. Privately.
I just, to me, and I wanted to get the Garrett Nelson stuff today because he ran a 5 flat too and just looked the part of an NFL defensive line, or defensive lineman today. I think if as a university you have to tell him thank you. We appreciate the Heisman run. We appreciate the national championship. We appreciate you making Gene Chizik look like a competent hire because it clearly wasn't. But this is not the time or place to do it. Tell you what, you probably know half of these scouts personally or have a way of getting a hold of them. Ask them to come back tomorrow. We'll get you 5 or 6 guys to run routes for you.
Yeah.
And back to the XFL thing, if you are on a team and you go to practice and you're out there doing it day in day out, you have camaraderie with those wide receivers, and you have a chance to make those guys make you look better too. You show up cold turkey to a pro day with a bunch of college kids that have never seen a snap in the pros of any kind. Yeah, you're probably gonna risk it a little bit. I just think it was a bad look for Cam, and it looks a little desperate for a guy who at one time was the number 1 overall draft pick.
Should the NFL have a non-college like combine or tryout day?
Yeah, I mean, I think there'd be
for guys like Cam, Terrell Owens.
You want to know why they won't? Because think what the combine is. It's a TV show now. I don't know. You probably listen. It's football. People will watch it. The combine has gone way down in overall as is, but I think a lot of guys would. I think the players would have more of a problem with that because some of them know they don't have it. Like you can't tell me Cam didn't know he didn't have the arm strength he did even 5 years ago, and you saw it today.
Yeah.
Some guys probably don't want that on television. I'm sure if you got Cam in a room by himself, he's probably a little upset that even some of that video got out on Twitter today. Because, like I said, he missed a couple really, really bad. But again, that goes back to just not knowing the guys you're throwing to.
Right. Yeah, it's something that the NFL could explore. You know what I mean?
In your opinion, does the NFL owe that to those guys? Because I don't think so. But I mean,
no.
I think there's certain people that probably feel that way. Hey, listen, I risking CTE and injury, and you probably got a couple guys that obviously you like. I think of like a guy like Willis McGahee who had one of the worst disgusting looking injuries I've ever seen. His son will be in Lincoln for the
Saturday
junior day on Saturday, but you have a situation like that where you're literally risking that every time the ball snaps. I think you could at least throw me a bone here and let me work out for some of the scouts.
At the same time,
Because not even all 32 teams are represented at the combine every year either.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I'm on the side of the shield. A business decision is
We owe you nothing.
We're in the business of getting younger.
Yeah.
You're done. Your time came and went, Cam. You could not hit the broadside of a barn standing still before you got out of here. So, bro, it's done. Now, is Cam running into some financial issues?
You got to play 60 commercials to fall back on. Hold on, but here somebody else brought that up earlier today. You're telling me Cam Newton couldn't walk on a TV set tomorrow and get $10 million tomorrow?
I'm sure he could. Somebody has an offer, but like I said, he has a
good-looking guy, well-spoken, incredibly intelligent. He could get he could go to Auburn, Alabama, and probably get paid more on TV than he would in the NFL.
He's got a nice little podcast going right now. That's kind of it's kind of in the theme of like Shannon Sharp's, Shay Shay's, whatever he calls it. It's kind of it's like a long form interview podcast. And it's actually doing pretty well. You know, if one of the Spotify or somebody picks that up, it might change his situation around. But I'm sorry, Chance, I didn't mean to cut you off.
We talked last week about Peyton Manning and the ability to walk away from the game. I wonder how much of that is Cam's problem. Is he just loves being in the locker room, likes being around the guys?
To make sure he was done. You know what I mean?
And it's probably got to be a pretty hard check to your ego to go from being number one overall to, hey, listen, not one of these 32 teams won't even have a conversation.
I just wish these guys wouldn't have so much of an ego to like turn down the XFL, USFL, or even the Canadian League. It's like, look, if you really want to play that bad and you want to get paid doing it, here are your options.
Right. But
we're sorry, you're not on this level anymore.
How many of those guys can, in back to the TV thing, can make more money doing something else,
right,
than playing in the XFL, the USFL?
And that's why I was saying, if you really want to play that bad, and get compensated doing it, now you're still thinking, you're 2015 Cam.
That's not the case.
And your time is worth X amount of millions per game or whatever. You know what I mean? No.
I mean, he was literally on a veteran's minimum salary in New England. So his deal obviously had some upside to it if they won some games and he was able to hit some numbers.
Your market value is not where it was then, Cam.
Yeah.
So I bet USFL, XFL would pay you whatever the top of their pay scale could be. So if you want respect because of what you've done already, so on and so forth, that would be your route right now. You're not going to get it in the NFL. Sorry.
Staying on that branch, Cam Newton will not be in the NFL next year?
I am
too. You have one more thing, Chance?
I was going to say, remember when Cam Newton was always at press conferences with the most bizarre outfit ever?
Yes. When he dressed up, literally dressed up as Darkwing Duck one time.
I don't know. Maybe lean into that. No, you clearly have a personality.
Bad fashion sense, but yeah.
But we're still talking about it, aren't we?
That's very true.
I don't know. Lean into that. Pretend you're like an athlete at NIL. Do something nuts.
Yeah, I think he's got a future in television. I think he needs to lean into it. I think that's the end of that segment. So if you missed it, check it out at SoundCloud.com/After Hours 1620 was brought to you by our Wing Wednesday sponsor. It's Caddyshack Bar and Grill. Go over to our Twitter page at After Hours 1620. Retweet the GIF of the movie Caddyshack that we put out tonight. Follow Caddyshack Omaha on Twitter. And we're going to get you into a drawing to win a $25 gift card to Caddyshack. It's the official watering hole of After Hours on 1620. The Zone. We'll be right back talking more NFL free agency here on The Zone.
Hey everyone, Rob Love here for our friends at the Strike Zone Omaha. Spring has sprung into action, so get to Strike Zone early for early year workouts. I cannot read today. Sign up for a Strike Zone membership at StrikeZoneOmaha.com today to get free batting cages for a year, a discount on monthly group lessons, plus individual workouts so the baseball or softball player in your life can get the individual attention they deserve. The Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Cloudy overnight, scattered showers are likely, even a few wet snowflakes to mix in. Low temperatures dropping back in the lower 30s. Mainly cloudy and cool on Thursday, high temperatures just in the mid-40s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in for Meatloaf Monday for just $10.95. Tuesdays are all about the happy with dollar drinks during all-day happy hour. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with After Hours. Thursday is Spaghetti Night for $10.95 a plate. Or grab some lunch on Fridays with the $12.95 hot beef sandwich. Caddyshack. 2 great locations off of 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. The official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
It's March, and that means basketball. Stop by any Omaha, Papillion, and Council Bluffs area Hy-Vees for all your beverage needs for this year's men's college basketball tournament. Get stocked up on Coke, Coke Zero, and Diet Coke products so you don't run out watching all the action. And if you're getting worn out from watching all the excitement, grab a Fairlife Core Power protein drink to help fight fatigue so you don't miss a second of the games. Coke is a proud supporter of the After Hours Lounge on 1620 The Zone.
Sure is hot.
Yeah, why can't we cover our deck like Mike and Cheryl did?
Yeah, their deck sure is nice.
The ice in my drink melted.
Be the hero of your own story and protect your family from the sun. Call Forsman's Finest Decks and get your deck covered this summer.
How's your drink, sweetie?
Just fine. Thanks for calling Forsman's Finest Decks.
Spend more quality time outside without getting burned. Check out forsmansfinest.com today and have the finest summer yet.
Hey everyone, Josh Peterson here for my friends at Kugler Vision. There is so much to do in Omaha in the spring, whether it's going to the ballpark, hiking on any of the local trails, or just hanging out on the patio and enjoying the breeze with friends. Why not see all of those things and more with the best vision you have had in your entire life? Kugler Vision, the only place in Nebraska that specializes in all 7 FDA-approved forms of modern vision correction. Schedule a consultation online today at KuglerVision.com.
Buy your next vehicle your way from anywhere with Woodhouse. Start your journey online at Woodhouse.com. Easily shop all new and pre-owned inventory. Explore payment options and apply for financing. Ready to purchase? Schedule your new vehicle for pickup from the dealership or have it delivered to your driveway. Need a little extra help in determining your perfect vehicle? Our knowledgeable and local dealerships can guide you to the vehicle that best matches your needs. Experience car buying your way with Woodhouse, a trusted auto partner since 1975.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 11th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let us handle all the details steps away on the south side of Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination. Blur Events takes care of all the work so you can enjoy the day.
It's March, and that means basketball. Stop by any Omaha, Papillion, and Council Bluffs area Hy-Vees for all your beverage needs for this year's men's college basketball tournament. Get stocked up on Coke, Coke Zero, and Diet Coke products so you don't run out watching all the action. And if you're getting worn out from watching all the excitement, grab a Fairlife Core Power protein drink to help fight fatigue so you don't miss a second of the games. Coke is a proud supporter of the After Hours Lounge on 1620 The Zone.
It's time to get registered for this year's annual Clausen Leahy Maverick Run on April 22nd at Baxter Arena. This race has something for every type of runner with a 1-mile kids race, a 5K walk, and a 5K or 10K run. Plus, in conjunction with the kids race, there's a kids zone with a variety of activities inside Baxter Arena. The event starts at 8:30 a.m. on April 22nd. Go to omavs.com/Maverick Run to find out more information and to get registered. It's the Maverick Run at Baxter Arena, April 22nd. See you there.
This is the official station of the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament in Omaha. Follow all the action from first tip-off to the final buzzer right here. Westwood One's coverage of March Madness is locally presented by Woodhouse Auto Family and is also brought to you locally by Prairie Construction, Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and more, and Barry Law on Omaha's home for America's favorite tournament, 1620 The Zone. Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Woo. 6:25 on a Wing Wednesday edition of After Hours. Jimmy Allen, Rob Love, Chance Oliver, live with you on 1620 The Zone. Taking your phone calls tonight, 402-951-1620. Free agency in the NFL is in full swing, folks, and an interesting pickup right now to me, maybe the most interesting pickup so far in free agency is Adam Thielen to Carolina for a couple reasons. Obviously, the Panthers have traded.
There's no one to throw to.
Exactly, and the Panthers have traded up to get the number 1 pick. They've traded DJ Moore to Chicago, which I was very confused by. Because I don't know, because obviously they're going to go quarterback. You trade up to that spot to take
probably
one of the top quarterbacks
in that game
available.
against Atlanta.
Probably got a little bit to do with it, but I don't know why you would get rid of your best weapon unless you had something in your back pocket. I kind of wonder how long those talks have been happening with Carolina, and if they thought they already had Adam Thielen in their back pocket. Because I think Adam Thielen is still a number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. I think he just got
he will be in Carolina,
definitely. Yeah, for sure. But I think he just got very overshadowed by Justin Jefferson, which is easy to do.
And he's a good veteran in the
exactly.
locker room.
Yeah, and can teach whoever is the quarterback chosen how to be an NFL football player.
And who else are you going to be looking for on third down other than Adam Thielen? Nobody else.
Right. And I think Carolina still got enough draft capital to come back in the third round, maybe get some other help in that wide receiver room as well. But I think it was a great pickup. I like what they have going down there.
Carolina?
I think that they obviously went scorched earth. Matt Rule's gone, got rid of Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore's gone, and they're trying to start over. But when you've had the run of unsuccessful seasons that franchise has had, and then you try to turn it over to a rookie quarterback who's obviously going to – it doesn't matter who it is. It's probably going to be Bryce Young. You think it's going to be Bryce Young. It might be Anthony Richardson. He's kind of the wild card.
Yeah.
But whoever it ends up being, having a guy like Christian McCaffrey in that locker room where it's clearly his team and going to be his team because he's been there since, he's drafted and has been one of the top 50 players in the NFL ever since then.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get leadership heading in a new direction when somebody like that's sitting there. And I know a lot of people looked at and listen, I'm very, very appreciative of the Christian McCaffrey trade because obviously he ended up to San Francisco and it worked out gangbusters for the 49ers.
Right.
But if you're looking at it okay, we have this losing mentality in our locker room. We've got to find a way to turn it around. I don't think you can have guys like Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore, albeit I think DJ Moore's a very good wide receiver. And I think he's going to be a great help for Justin Fields. Definitely. But having them in their comfort zone and it still being their team makes it very hard for a Bryce Young, a Will Levis, a Richardson, a CJ Stroud, whoever it may be.
Take the oxygen out of the room.
To come in and establish themselves as a leader.
Right.
Because there's already leadership there.
Yeah, they take all the leadership oxygen out of the room with those guys, right? I mean, but in some respects, if let's say you are going with a quarterback as mental, situations that quarterbacks are.
Yeah, and they got Andy Dalton too. So
right. Maybe you want somebody to keep that type of pressure off of your young quarterback to not have to answer the tough questions by the press, right? Mm-hmm. Things of that nature. I just, what I mean?
And if let's say whoever it is, we'll say
I think Ben Roethlisberger fell into that situation.
Agreed.
And it worked perfect.
I think if you have a guy like let's say it's a Bryce Young, just for all intents and purposes, Bryce Young's the first pick. To be able to have, and he's had a ton of time to talk in front of the media, obviously in the biggest stage in Tuscaloosa that you can really have in college football. But to have a guy like an Adam Thielen before you go talk to reporters, hey, make sure, hit these points. Don't talk about this. Let's move on next week.
Right.
That you can't put a value on having somebody like that in your locker room. The Jets continue to court every wide receiver possible. They got McCole Hardman today. They traded Elijah Moore, which I thought was weird, but I think it was a cap room decision. He's going to go to the Browns for a year. So now they have Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, Denzel Mims, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, and McCole Hardman. I don't think they're done yet. If they don't get Aaron Rodgers, if the Packers just play hardball and say, well, you complained for 10 years that we never got you anybody, then everybody we ever got you just got traded to the Jets. We're just going to keep you here. We'll take the salary hit. And if you just want to sit on the bench and back up Jordan Love, that's fine. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't think that's impossible.
It'd be cutting off the nose to spite the face if they did that.
Who is the second option if you're the Jets? Because you're not going back to Zach Wilson. I think it's very obvious.
I've
that's
said
the case.
Lamar Jackson. What's Baltimore offering you? We'll give you a couple million more than what they're offering you.
Who would you rather have for one season? This season? Would you
Lamar
rather
or Aaron?
Yeah, for this season coming up. With this roster.
I would take a very motivated Lamar.
I think I would too. But if I'm Lamar Jackson, and I see how that season ended a year ago.
Lamar's not going to ruin your locker room, first of all.
That also. I take a look at how the season ended a year ago. And I go, how do I get indoors? To me, I'm not going anywhere unless it's in a dome.
Right.
Because you could control the elements better. Obviously, you're going to have to play outside anyway. But more games than not, you're going to be in a stadium. I thought him going to New Orleans would have been interesting too. But and Adam Thielen had a conversation with the Broncos before he went to Carolina. But if the Panthers didn't trade up to get the number 1 pick, I think that would have been a great landing spot for Lamar as well. Even though it's not outdoors,
I agree,
or not indoors, but it's in a temperature or in a climate that's not going to be extreme temperatures.
What
about Vegas? You got Josh Jacobs there. Devontae Adams is there.
Indoors.
It's indoors.
Wonderful weather.
Who wants to deal with that?
Josh McDaniels isn't going to be there for more than 364 days anyway.
Yeah, but if you play well, he won't get fired.
I think Josh, this would be kind of reliving what he thought he would have been able to do with Tim Tebow, just with a much better
athlete.
You know what I mean? That's Jimmy G's spot. I respect Jimmy G. He does need a backup, though. Who's going to back him up?
They gave him so much money. I'm a Jimmy Garoppolo guy. I don't know if I'm paying him that much. I know the 49ers paid him more. That's the reason he's not in San Francisco.
Will he retire a Raider?
No. I don't think he'll be there more than 3 seasons.
Wow.
I
don't think he's going to be successful.
I don't think anybody's going to be successful there.
Okay.
The reason I bring up Lamar to Vegas thing is I think Lamar's chasing the dollar. I think he saw what the Browns did for Deshaun Watson, and he doesn't want $1 less than that. And I think Lamar. First of all, I think before Deshaun Watson went away, I think Deshaun Watson was a way better quarterback than Lamar.
Thank you.
But you as Lamar Jackson have to understand that it's okay to not get the top dollar as long as you're getting a ton of money. And to me, I think there's just a lack of respect for Baltimore not because they didn't offer him 100% guaranteed money. I think he just got an offer from them, and we know what it is. And I think he thought he was worth more than that.
Yeah.
And it would not surprise me at all. I don't think nobody in the NFL is going to get 100% guaranteed money ever again. Jimmy Haslam has screwed that up for everybody. Deshaun Watson has screwed that up for everybody. Think about the nature of the business of the NFL.
Like,
you cannot do that.
This is like torpedoing a neighborhood. You're just like, oh, you know what? I'm going to pay way over for this house.
Yeah,
then everyone else who sells a house is like, well, I'm not taking anything less than
it
close to that.
It wouldn't be really weird if somebody found some dirt on Jimmy Haslam in the next 2 years and he wasn't the owner of the Browns, I'm sure that's not going to happen at all.
I go by the Mahomes contract, not that one.
Yeah, and that's where I was about to go with this. Chances, I think if you need to look south from Cleveland, look at Kansas City, and look at how much Patrick Mahomes, the human being, has benefited from that deal in Kansas City. It's going to be able to keep Travis Kelce around as long as he wants. He literally bought half of the baseball, well, not half, a giant chunk of the baseball franchise in that town.
Yes, he did.
Go somewhere where they could structure a deal like that for you. But the other thing is, you're not Patrick Mahomes either. So get in the ballpark, as Chances referenced the house, get in the neighborhood, don't buy the mansion.
They need to rename the parking lot at Kauffman after Mahomes.
Well, they're moving it. So
Are they?
Yeah, they're moving the Kauffman and Arrowhead. I believe they're moving both.
I haven't heard that. Okay.
I was going to be in
I'm gonna
Kansas
look
this
into
time.
that.
They're moving both, right?
Are they
Chance?
moving to
I
the north
don't know.
by the closer to the airport?
They're moving closer to downtown. I hate downtown.
I don't
stadiums, too.
even. Yeah.
Look, it's
That
right
doesn't
by the
excite me at
interstate. It's
all.
perfect.
Yeah, Kauffman's beautiful. I think that's a giant mistake by Kansas City. Hey, if you missed the Who Wants to Smoke segment, check it out at SoundCloud.com/afterhours1620. It's brought to you by 402 Barbecue. Stop by 3027 South 84th Street, Monday through Saturday from 11 to 6. Try mine and Rob's personal favorite. It's the Cadillac sandwich. It's brisket. It's pork. It's topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Make sure you mention to Kelly and the team. You heard about them on After Hours. They're going to throw in a free soda with the purchase and the mention of our show. It's 402 Barbecue, 3027 South 84th Street. Stop by tomorrow and grab lunch. We'll be right back. Buying or selling the Sweet 16 and 1620 The Zone.
Not for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me.
Hey, everyone, it's Jimmy Allen here for Alpha Electric. If you need a little electric work done in your house, or maybe your business needs a little extra lighting, let the Alphas come out and take care of it. Call 402-253-4789. Add some LED lights to your living room. Have your sign lit up outside your business. Whatever you need, Alpha Electric can take care of it. No job too small, no job too big. Give them a call tonight, 402-253-4789 tonight.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite. It's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
It's March, and that means basketball. Stop by any Omaha, Papillion, and Council Bluffs area Hy-Vees for all your beverage needs for this year's men's college basketball tournament. Get stocked up on Coke, Coke Zero, and Diet Coke products so you don't run out watching all the action. And if you're getting worn out from watching all the excitement, grab a Fairlife Core Power protein drink to help fight fatigue so you don't miss a second of the games. Coke is a proud supporter of the After Hours Lounge on 1620 The Zone.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at GoingVerticalOmaha.com. That's GoingVerticalOmaha.com.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
I thought learning a language would be too much work. Then I discovered Babbel. They make learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, quick and easy. And soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
My friend from Italy said my accent and pronunciation is perfect. It's because Babbel's lessons are designed by language teachers and voiced by real native speakers. Each lesson is like living in another country for 15 minutes.
I love that there's all kinds of ways to learn. Babbel's podcast or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
You learn words and phrases you actually use in real conversations.
In 3 weeks, I was starting to speak in another language. So easy.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than Babbel.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
It's time to get registered for this year's annual Clausen Leahy Maverick Run on April 22nd at Baxter Arena. This race has something for every type of runner with a 1-mile kids race, a 5K walk, and a 5K or 10K run. Plus, in conjunction with the kids race, there's a kids zone with a variety of activities inside Baxter Arena. The event starts at 8:30 a.m. on April 22nd. Go to omavs.com/Maverick Run to find out more information and to get registered. It's the Maverick Run at Baxter Arena, April 22nd. See you there.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
I'm going down the radio street in the rain. Come on.
6:40 on a Wednesday night here on 1620 The Zone's After Hours. Doing a little bit of overtime on the zone tonight. We're calling an audible. Brian Munson from Musker Online is going to join us at 7 o'clock. Wow. So we're doing buy or sell a little bit early tonight where Chance Oliver scrolls through the bracket and asks us some questions about the Sweet 16.
Hold on, I was looking at Emmerich movies. 1 second. All right, here we go.
This is not Box Office Bros, Chance. Your award-winning podcast. This is After Hours. We need you to dial
we're
in.
definitely not talking about Emmerich movies.
We need you to dial in.
I'm back. I promise. The Sweet 16 starts tomorrow night.
It does.
We're going to break down the games we're looking forward to later in the show.
We are.
Buy or sell, this being the best round of the tourney.
By far. I think the Sweet 16 is by far the best round because you still have 9 times out of 10, you still have that Cinderella in it. And unfortunately for Creighton, that's still Princeton at this point. But you also have your Arkansas of the world that still have a legit outside shot at winning this. Florida Atlantic is very interesting to me. They rebound and run the floor better than almost anybody left in this tournament, maybe outside of Alabama. But you get so many stylistic matchups. We got very lucky in this tournament, and like Chance said, we're going to get to the matchups that we're looking forward to the most later in the show. But you've got a lot of similar styles and no real contrast, and those usually make for the best game.
Definitely. And you know, it's just parody. You know, this is also where you can see where the committee kind of seeded people wrong, right?
I think
you have
this year
two
they
juggernauts going against each other.
I think they got a lot right in this one, though. I mean, I think the one where you can look at it and say, okay, maybe they got something, because look, you got an 8 versus a 4. So I mean, you got an 8 versus 4, 9 versus 4, 3 versus 2, 3 versus 2. I think you can maybe look at Michigan State and say they may have been a little underseeded at a 7, but it's the Izzo effect, right?
It is.
I mean, it's you got a coach that knows how to navigate.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Miami was definitely a 5. I think Houston and Alabama were both definitely 1s.
Yeah.
Texas is proving to be a 2. I don't think Xavier was really worth a 3 seed. I think they should have been a 4. But yeah, I'm kind of with you there. What else you got, Chance?
In the Sweet 16, Creighton takes on Princeton, a 15 seed. St. Peter's, another 15 seed, exactly 1 year ago, made it to the Sweet 16 as well. But they got beat by 20 against North Carolina. Buy or sell, Creighton versus Princeton being even more lopsided than that game a year ago.
I've been 100% wrong in predicting the outcome of the past 2 Creighton games, by the way.
Same.
I don't think this is going to be a run. I understand they put it on Baylor and the final score was an indication of how that game went. I think Creighton may be in for a little bit of a surprise on Friday night. I think they win this game. They're favored by 10.5. I don't necessarily know if it gets into double digits at any point of the game.
Princeton's going to slow it down. I'm sure Creighton having probably on paper being the more athletic team.
Yeah.
A little bit more team speed. Princeton's going to want to slow you down, pick and roll you to death at the top of the key. Hit open shots. So, can Creighton adjust playing on one half of the court?
I think a lot of people have circled what's his first name, the Avembawan kid, the Tosin Avembawan kid, and said if you could slow him down or stop him, I think you got a chance at winning I think everybody expects him to win, but I think you're going to see an unbelievable defensive effort for a team in Creighton that turns the ball over a ton.
Yep.
Trey Alexander, Ryan Nemhard, Arthur Kaluma have to be on their best game on Friday night and not let Princeton put you in a situation where you literally give up the game.
Yeah.
What else you got, Chance?
The aforementioned 15 seed, a 7 seed in Michigan State, and an 8 seed in Arkansas, and a 9 seed in Florida Atlantic are all left in the field. Buy or sell one of those teams making the Final Four.
I hate doubting Tom Izzo. I know that.
What's the Izzo?
I know obviously they would have to win one more after this, and they would get the winner of Tennessee and Florida Atlantic. You would think it'd be easier if they get past K-State and they get the 9 seed in Florida Atlantic, but I think Tennessee is one of the best teams, if not the second best team left in this field.
Tennessee's only favored 5.
I know. I think they have the best chance, they being Michigan State, of making it of that group of teams. Arkansas is just so athletic, though.
You read my mind.
I mean, I think UConn. I think UConn's going to give them a fits, and obviously Adonis Sanogo, being as special as he is on the defensive side of the things, may be able to neutralize that.
Mm-hmm.
But of the big seeds that are left, yeah, I think I believe Michigan State and Tom Izzo has the best chance of making the Final Four. With that being said, I don't think any of those teams make it to the last 4.
I agree with everything you just said. Michigan State, they have the pedigree, right?
Mm.
Izzo can win you a game, right?
Yeah. He's probably already
with
won
just
you
his
2
coaching, right?
Yeah.
I'll give the nod if it were to happen. Arkansas, like you said, they will just out athlete you.
Yeah.
They throw so many bodies at you. All of them are long at the top of the key in defense. They get a lot of turnovers.
They're Alabama without the shooting.
Thank you.
They're the same team.
Thank you.
Same offense and everything. What else you got, Chance?
Looks like St. Peter's actually got to the Elite 8.
Oh, there you go, Chance.
According to Rusty off of Twitter, St. Peter's won their Sweet 16 game. To get to the Elite 8, they lost to UNC in the regional final to make the Final Four.
Do better research next time, Chance.
Oh, yeah. Totally me. Anyway, the Big East and the SEC have 3 teams left each in the Sweet 16, with Creighton, UConn, and Xavier. And the SEC is rocking up with Alabama, Tennessee, and Arkansas. The Big 12 has just 2 left, with Texas and K-State, like we all expected. And Rob's ACC prediction leaves them with just Miami. Buy or sell the Big East or the SEC having a legit claim as the best conference in basketball?
I've said all year, and I know a lot of people were down on the Big East this year. I've said it was the Big 12 and the Big East as the top 2 conferences in basketball this season. I got called a Creighton homer for that. I think the SEC's got a stake to claim too. Obviously, they've got the number 1 overall seed, and I think the best overall performance all year in Alabama. We just got done talking about how good Tennessee and Arkansas can be. I think we're starting to see a shift to the SEC starting to kind of get its foothold in basketball as well, and maybe going to go on a run here because I think they've got some elite level coaches, and obviously they have the elite level talent right now.
They do. They're going to take over football and basketball now. Is that really what's going on? And they got baseball already.
Before we move on, are you ready to eat your words about the SEC?
I eat my hat.
The phone rang right as I said that.
Right, yeah, perfect timing. It is. I mean, I overall, just across the board, I've just kind of been underwhelmed with the skill level of even the top seeds of what I've been watching. Having said that, the ACC is definitely not the best conference this year.
They hang up.
Literally, I answered the phone. They hung up.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, call back 429-516.
Please call back.
Last one, Chance.
Oh,
go ahead and ask that question and get the phone call.
All right. The last 1 or 2 seed to win the last non-1 or 2 seed, to win the tournament was Billy Donovan's 2006 Florida team. Buy or sell a non-1 or 2 winning this tournament.
I have either Alabama or Houston winning the whole thing. I think they both have I think they have the best athletes. I know Creighton fans don't want to hear that. With that being said, I mean, I just don't think if it's going to be anybody, if a non-1 or 2 seed is going to win it, I think with the experience and the talent level you have out in Spokane, Washington with Gonzaga and the experience on that team with the Drew Timmies of the world, I think if a non-1 or 2, it's going to be another 3 in Gonzaga winning it all.
I'll buy. I'm not a chalk guy when it comes to the NCAA tournament. Somebody's going to get upset. Houston, they do have
17 straight years of either number 1 or a number 2 seed winning the whole thing.
Miami, that's going to be a nice little difference in a little contrast in style. Miami's probably the better skilled backcourt.
Yeah. Was that guy actually yelling or just talking really loud?
Really loud.
Pretty loud.
Okay.
But it was your old friend Jay, Rob.
Yeah. I was hoping. Yes,
he
please.
wanted to let you know that eat your words.
And I did.
Jimmy was right.
Shout out to you, Jay. Big 12 has 2 teams left. But
he also says your style is questionable. And I said that wasn't nice.
Question.
His fashion style?
Yeah.
Oh. Whatever. We got a face for radio, folks.
It was the first thing I saw.
He says wearing jerseys is tacky.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Jimmy says that too.
So I swear to God, I don't pay this guy to call in.
I'm a collector. I like a fan. Jerseys, I'm okay with it.
You know how many people would crawl over their grandmother's grave to get a Jordan, North Carolina jersey that's not made in the last 10 years?
Yeah, without spaghetti stains on it.
That might be what he was referring to. That was buy or sell. We got a whole another hour to get to, plus 10 minutes. If you
Shout
missed
out
that
to you,
segment,
Jay.
Missed that segment, check it out. SoundCloud.com/afterhours1620 is brought to you by Going Vertical Omaha. Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier training facility in the Midwest, working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way up to the pros. GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out Going Vertical Academy at goingverticalomaha.com today. We'll be right back. Find out what's trending on social media. Might be jerseys here on 1620 Zone.
Hey everybody, Rob Love here for Pyramid Roofing. Does it get a little drafty in your house? Is your roof leaking? Spring is here, so let the number 1 roofer in Omaha 12 straight years come take care of your roof, windows, gutters, or siding. They do it all. Call Pyramid at 402-502-9300 or check out pyramidroof.com to book a free estimate today.
Why are we staining this deck again?
It's gotta be done.
Look at Mike and Cheryl. They never have to stain their deck. They just get to sit out there and enjoy life.
That low maintenance sure looks great.
What's stopping us from having the finer things in life?
Are you already dreading working out in the heat on that deck again this summer? Get yourself a low-maintenance deck. Check out Foresman'sFinest.com and have the finest deck builders in Omaha come build your dream deck this summer.
Hey, Mark, that's a fine-looking deck. Thanks, Mike. Got it from Forceman's Finest Decks.
Check out Foresman'sFinest.com today and have the finest deck in Omaha.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sapp Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite, it's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
When cancer hits home, when you need answers and hope, turn to Nebraska Medicine, where cancer care is world-leading and personal. In one visit, you'll meet with the team specializing in your cancer, discover treatments based on your DNA, and the support that makes a difference, like a nurse case manager and multiple locations, so you can always be close to home. For cancer, this is where you begin. Visit nebraskamed.com/cancer.
Home is with you wherever that may be.
The brand new Dollar General Distribution Center in Blair is now hiring. Starting wage is up to $22 per hour with benefits including medical, dental, vision, 401k, and a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Apply today by texting DG Warehouse to 25000 or online at dollargeneral.com/careers. Again, apply today by texting DG Warehouse to 25000 or online at dollargeneral.com/careers. Dollar General can't wait to have you become a team member at their brand new distribution center.
Peerless Energy Systems is Nebraska and Iowa's locally owned and operated authorized solar air compressor distributor. Peerless Energy Systems provides products and solutions for compressed air systems, helping companies in manufacturing, food processing, transportation, auto body repair, car dealers, and more. Driving industry efficiency through service, support, and relationships, let Peerless Energy Systems help you increase efficiency with your compressed air systems today. PeerlessEnergy.com.
What was it some famous football coach once said? Attitude isn't just one thing, it's the only thing. Here's an opportunity where your positive attitude can take your career to amazing places. Places like McCarthy's 1 Hour Heating and Air and Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Along with being a fantastic place to work, the benefits are top shelf and they'll even train the right individual. Click the career tab at McCarthy's1hour.com. McCarthy's 1 Hour Heating and Air and Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Equal opportunity employer.
Omaha Maverick baseball and softball seasons are underway, and single game tickets are on sale now for the entire season. All home games are played at Maverick Park. Summit League action can be seen all season long as both teams push toward the Summit League championships in May. Come on out and support your Mavericks at one of the finest baseball softball complexes in the Midwest. Get your single game tickets by calling 402-554-MAVS or by going to omavs.com/tickets.
Your neighborhood is more than blocks of buildings. It's the people who live there that make it special. At Union Bank and Trust, we're not just creating home loans, we're making neighbors. We're not just small business lenders, we're small business shoppers. We don't just live in your community, we help you build it. Because our people are your people. Visit ubt.com/neighbor to learn more. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Wrapping up the first hour of the After Hours Lounge on a Wednesday night. It's time for the social media soundbite where Chance Oliver finds. Do you find something, Chance? I know we're kind of talking off air there.
I found something to talk about, not necessarily a soundbite.
Perfect.
So,
well, it is time for Chance Oliver to tell us what's trending on social media. What do you got, Chance?
It took me a second to figure out what it was because of,
that's the best.
Twitter's UI. That's so good since October for some reason.
Shout out to Elon Musk.
No. Bad. Anyway.
Chance's boy.
Okay. Anyway. It's this. So the number one trend, at least in this country, I believe, is Foster. And it's because.
It's Australian for beer?
No. It's actually kind of some sad, well, not sad news, but Foster Moreau?
You got it right.
Oh, sweet. He tweeted the following: through somewhat of a miraculous process, this free agency period has been life-changing for me. During a routine physical conducted by the Saints medical team down in New Orleans, I've come to learn that I have Hodgkin's lymphoma and will be stepping away from football. At this time, to fight a new opponent, cancer, I'm grateful for the support and thankful of people who stood firm with me. There hasn't been a single step I've taken without hundreds of people lighting the path for me. I will continue to seek their guidance That being said, I'll go kick this thing's ass and get back to doing what
Attaboy.
I love.
Was he at LSU the year that Burrow was there, or was it the year afterwards? Yeah, he was there in 19. Yeah, okay. So he played with Joe Burrow on that great LSU team, and obviously ended up with the Raiders as well. But man, that
sucks.
Go get checked by the doctors, man. I mean, you never know what they can find.
And then you've got a lot
yearly
of
physical, annual.
You've got the NFL saying the official NFL Twitter saying thinking of you. You got RG3 in his mentions praying for you, brother.
Is he the best on Twitter? Is RG3 the best Twitter follow there is?
He's a good guy.
Yes,
I think he is, man. He's on his fingers on the pulse of everything.
I love him as a broadcaster. I don't care.
I do too. I hate so I think he tries a little too hard sometimes.
But he's so fun.
But he tries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't just show up, put the suit and tie on and collect a paycheck. He actually cares about it.
Like, it's not like some stupid joke he thought about for maybe 2 seconds. It's some
well thought out process.
Well thought out, well researched show prep.
Yeah.
In this business, you show prep, and he does it.
Well,
darn it.
One person that always show preps is Brian Munson. He's joining us next. Talk
3
about
months.
maybe the most important recruiting weekend in Nebraska football history. We come back here on 1620 The Zone. If you missed the social media soundbite, check it out. SoundCloud.com/after-hours1620 is brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. Does your business need help targeting a certain market in the Omaha area? Do that with certain ads on certain social media platforms with geofencing. Dan DeSavia and team can help you get your ideal clients engaged with your brand online today. Check out pixelfiremarketing.com for more details. Today, it's Pixel Fire Marketing. Tell Dan and crew we sent you over there. We'll be right back with the best in the business, Brian Munson, here on 1620 The Zone.
Hey everyone, Rob Love here for Forsman's Finest Decks. Warm temperatures are right around the corner, and if your house suffers from naked house syndrome, dress it up just a little. Let the finest deck builders in Omaha come build you a deck, put a cover on it, and add that little something that your house has been missing. Head over to forsmansfinest.com and book your dream deck to be built this summer. Forsman's Finest Decks, building the finest decks in Omaha.
Do you need a customized online marketing plan and creative campaigns to help scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the academy at 10700 Sapp Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
It's March, and that means basketball. Stop by any Omaha, Papillion, and Council Bluffs area Hy-Vees for all your beverage needs for this year's men's college basketball tournament. Get stocked up on Coke, Coke Zero, and Diet Coke products so you don't run out watching all the action. And if you're getting worn out from watching all the excitement, grab a Fairlife Core Power protein drink to help fight fatigue so you don't miss a second of the games. Coke is a proud supporter of the After Hours Lounge on 1620 The Zone.
From basketball to volleyball, baseball to softball, soccer, tennis, and so much more, the Creighton sports season is packed with action. The 1620 The Jays podcast, presented by Barry Law, covers it all. Each week, we visit with Blue Jay athletes and coaches to hear their stories and document their climb through the Big East Conference. The 1620 The Jays podcast drops each Friday morning and is found at 1620thezone.com and all major podcast platforms. Just search 1620 The Jays. Covering all things Creighton Blue Jays, it's the 1620 The Jays podcast, presented by Barry Law from 1620 The Zone.
My name is Jordan. I am a project manager at Prairie Construction.
Jordan, tell us about the importance of communication at Prairie Construction.
Communication in construction is paramount. Just because there's so many moving parts in a project, we have to be on top of our game. Communicating with each other at Prairie Construction, communicating with subcontractors, communicating with the client, with the architect, with the engineers.
If you're in the construction industry and you're looking for a new career with a better company, Prairie Construction might be just right for you. Go to prairie-construction.com.
Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is and has always been locally owned and operated. Now, with 160 employee owners, chances are one of us lives in your neighborhood. We take pride in taking care of you, our customers, and keeping you comfortable all year round. And as always, our technicians don't have sales quotas. When other companies send salespeople, Standard sends qualified technicians. It's just part of
Carrier, turn to the experts.
Do you need a customized online marketing plan and creative campaigns to help scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 11th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let us handle all the details steps away on the south side of Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination. Blur Events takes care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Tickets for Less. Best seats, best prices, no per-ticket fees. Ticketsforless.com. KOZN Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620 The Zone.
Nebraska football team.
That's Brian Munson, man. Calling recruits around the land. That's Brian Munson, man. Working hard for the Callahan.
Nebraska football team. Nebraska football team.
He's writing day and night. Work on JUCO, that's all right. Transfer portal, no control. Just click the article.
Nebraska football team.
Brian Munson from Husker Online and On 3 joins us now on After Hours. B. Muntz, good evening, sir. How are you?
I always crack up, and I'm glad I'm on mute, because whenever it comes up, it says working hard for the Callahan. I always gotta just chuckle a little bit. That's just hilarious.
Chance wrote it and sang it. He laughs every time too. So it's
I'm infatuated with my own work.
Totally awesome.
Obviously, we've talked about it ad nauseum, and it's finally here that this weekend is finally upon us, and this giant recruiting weekend is happening. When does preparation for you for something this big start?
3 weeks ago.
That's what I figured.
I mean, look, I mean, I put it in 3 and out this morning, and I hit around the bush, and I didn't want to but I was calling folks for 3 weeks going back to it's been longer than that. It's been 5 or 6 weeks. I remember confirming guys as early as the second week in February, because I was still up there supporting in-state tours. We got a group of new names about 2 weeks ago that we worked on confirming. And that's why I also mentioned Mike in 3 and out, because some of the names that we were getting, they were recruits that were really trying to get in, but logistically just could not make it happen. And that's why I put down look, you had a strong way to start out this week. You had Massey and McGahee in town on Monday. You had Stone Saunders yesterday. And I just expect a few more of these fairly highly rated recruits that just could not work out to get in the weekend for the junior day. Maybe Nebraska, pushed them out because the span of control was just getting to be too big. But I think that there's going to be more guys that are going to come in, onesie, twosie kind of small individual weekends, and Nebraska's killing it basically on the big weekends and the small weekends. But I've been working the phones for, darn close to 2 months to kind of get this list pulled together as comprehensive as it is right now as it sits on On3.
How impressed are you by the amount of guys this coaching staff has been able to land? And does it surprise you how well this has gone this early in Rhule's tenure?
I'm astonished. I mean, there's just I can't accurately sum it up. I mean, 24 years covering recruiting, never seen a weekend like this. And this is a guy, head coach Matt Rhule, that's only been in town now for 4 months. It is just, every time I try to put it into a perspective, Calabrasca, Friday Night Lights, all the things that had come up that people were just fascinated by, that were just huge, these huge recruiting weekends, they pale by comparison. And I think that every time, and this is not taking a dig or a shot at the previous staff. I'm not doing that at all. But when we, really felt like Bill Bush and Applewhite and Mickey Joseph had kind of really started to ratchet up the recruiting and doing great jobs in those areas of Texas and Louisiana, Kansas City and Kansas, etc. You put that and you try to compare it then to what Nebraska is doing now. And it's just like, man, you just have a hard time kind of understanding the scale and the scope of all this. Like, they are just doing such a tremendous job. And this is such in like the little small windows of the open period in January. And then kind of just then keeping up the communication essentially, and just trying to build those relationships. It's amazing to me. It really is truly amazing. I can't give enough praise about it. I think they're doing such a great job.
There's been a lot of discussion about Williams-Norney maybe not making it to Lincoln, obviously, with the interest in Georgia and Oklahoma. Do we know for sure if he's still planning on being here?
That's the plan. I still plan on reaching out to his head coach. The plan obviously was that he was going to come up with his head coach. Like, that's the way that I think he visited last time, last January, last February. The coach there at Lee Summit North is his son also holds an offer from Nebraska. He's a 2025 wide receiver. So Isaiah Mosey, his dad is the head coach. So the plan was that head coach would be there with Isaiah and with Williams, and that all three of those folks would be there on campus this weekend. So that's the last I knew. I literally exchanged text messages with Coach Mosey last weekend when people kept saying, hey, take him off. Like, he's not coming in. Coach Mosey said, still the plan. We'll be there next weekend, and I was like, I standing by it right now until somebody says something different. But I have heard the rumbles. I think that Nebraska is, Nebraska was kind of out of it with Williams-Norney until the changes took place. And Isaiah Mosey went up there without Williams, and then he was encouraged to go up there by his head coach. So there could be some stuff that's kind of working, in the background on this one that we don't really know a lot about.
4 of the top 25 guys in the country will be in town. Raiola, Nwarney, Ryan Wingo, and Brandon Baker. Can you rank those guys in order of Nebraska's most likely getting to less likely getting?
To land them?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh gosh, man. Oh,
we asked the tough questions here on After Hours.
On
Brian.
the spot.
This is it least to most or most to least?
We'll take most to least. So who's the top
There you
guy
go.
that's easiest, that is most likely to get, to least likely to get?
Well, I'm probably gonna set everybody's world on fire for saying it, but I would say the best chance is Raiola. I feel like there's a lot of things going Nebraska's way. I think you're going to see him 3 times in 2 months. Basically from the end of February to the spring game. Who is the next? Well, it really matters a lot if Nebraska gets Raiola. But if Nebraska got Raiola, I do feel like there's a shot with a guy like Brandon Baker. And I think NIL is going to play a pretty key role when it comes to his scenario. If Raiola does not come to Nebraska, the chances with Baker, they decrease almost down to zero. But I think that there's a real kind of, not hitch the wagon, so to speak, but a real interest, I think, in kind of trying to build something together and going for the right situation. I'm gonna put Williams Nwaneri here because I feel like Wingo is, I think that there's obviously some interest for these guys to be coming in on their own dimes, but I think that Wingo is the least of the four. That hurts to say. He's an incredibly talented player, and obviously, I think Nebraska would love to get them some Wingo and get some traction back into St. Louis. I just feel like, from everything I've read about him, and he's a great kid to talk to on the phone. I think it's kind of a shootout between Tennessee and Notre Dame at the moment. Nebraska has a lot of ground, I think, to make up with. They have a lot of ground to make up with Nwaneri and with Baker as well. I just don't see it as big a likelihood with Wingo that Nebraska can make up that ground. I just think he's kind of thinking about Tennessee and Notre Dame too much.
Brian Munson from Husker Online joining us here on After Hours. You mentioned Brandon Baker, and obviously he's coming into town with his teammate Nathaniel Frazier, the number one running back in California. Do you think they're a package deal at this point?
I don't. I think Baker has got his own thing. I mean, you kind of get that sense too, because I think Baker is, kind of leaning more towards Oregon. I think that Frazier is leaning more towards going to USC. I think this weekend means a lot to both of them when it comes to just kind of, understanding more about Nebraska. Like I said today in 3 and Out, the big win for Nebraska is just getting these guys on campus. Then you want to keep them coming back. You increase your chances with every single visit. And that's why I think things are really trending in the right way with Raiola. So the big thing about getting Baker and Wingo and Powell and Frazier and whoever else is going to come in this weekend, getting them to commit to another visit is the next thing. Spring game. Getting them to commit them to an official visit in June, that's the next thing. You need to keep having these things happen, because you almost start to tell through their actions, through their commitment, through their visits, how interested they really are in you, despite what it is that they're really saying. So I don't think Frazier and Baker, though, however, are packages. I think USC leads for one and Oregon leads for the other, but I think Nebraska's got a decent shot with both. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think the board gets really, really interesting if Raiola decides to be part of the class. Let's just put it that way.
If there was one guy you had to put best odds on to sign this week or to commit this week, who would that be?
Out of everybody,
right. I mentioned Gibson Pyle and I mentioned Ian Flint, in my article this morning. Like I said before, the board gets really, really interesting and really resets pretty quickly if Nebraska feels like they are really in the Dylan Raiola sweepstakes. You got a couple of guys there that are talented. They're high 3-star guys. You've got some other guys, and I'm not trying to be greedy here. I'm just trying to state it to you how I see it, kind of looking out there. You got a Jaden Riddell that's out of Raymore Peculiar that was teammates with Jaden Doss last year. He actually had better stats last year than Jaden Doss did, and that's a tight end versus a wide receiver. And I like Gibson Pyle. I think you want to have a connection to multiple metro areas, particularly Dallas and Houston when it comes to the state of Texas. And he finishes blocks. He is a road grader. He's got that really kind of longer upper body, with thick, heavy trunk, legs, and he finishes blocks like no other. He's probably still a take as an interior offensive lineman. I'm not sure if Flint really would be, or if Nebraska would press all that hard this weekend, because they get Riddell in this weekend as well. And then you got Carter Nelson, the number one player in state. I mean, he's almost become like one of those, like, you got to get Carter Nelson kind of guys. He's really become that as part of the 2024 class.
Who looks better with their shirt off, Brian Munson or a guy that ran his pro day today and looked like he could be on the cover of GQ magazine, and Garrett Nelson?
I didn't see Garrett. I didn't see that, but I'm guaranteeing it's Nelson, number one. I might sign up for an arm wrestling contest, but it would be shirt on. I tried to pay attention.
Shirts versus skins.
I did try to pay attention a little bit to the Ohio State Pro Day because I wanted to see what Jackson was going to run out there. And I did see that things, I think, went pretty well for Carter. And I was paying a little bit of attention yesterday to the pro scouts showing up at Kearney to check out TJ Davis and the nose tackle out there. So I need to go back and read up. I just got back from work, and I just need to get caught up on what happened today with Pro Day.
Spoiler alert, Trey Palmer's very fast.
I assumed, like I said, and like me and Coach Wilhite were kind of kidding around on Twitter when it came to things. Don't blink when that guy takes off out of the blocks. Don't blink. You're going to miss a lot.
He told
a lot of ground.
He told Sip he was disappointed in his 4.3. He wanted to run a 4.2. So there was that.
Yeah, I run the 20 and 4.2.
Yeah.
So, that's the scale. That's the scale difference right there.
Yeah. That's Brian Munson from Husker Online. B. Munson, we appreciate it. Thank you. We'll catch up with you next week, and have a fun weekend, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have some extra time next week. I think there's gonna be a lot to talk about.
Look for shirtless pictures of Brian Munson online on Twitter at Brian Munson _. Follow all of his work at HuskerOnline.com. Munson, we'll talk to you next week.
Later, guys.
Thanks, B.
If you missed Brian's segment, check it out at SoundCloud.com/AfterHours1620. It's brought to you by Alpha Electric. Does it get a little dark in your living room? Or maybe your office space could be brightened up a little bit. Call 402-253-4789. Let the Alphas come out and take care of the electric work in your home or business today. It's Alpha Electric, 402-253-4789. We'll be right back with the defending Class A state champions in boys soccer, the Gretna Dragons. We come back here on 1620 The Zone.
The future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag.
Hey everyone, Jimmy Allen here for our friends at Caddyshack Bar and Grill. You know they got two great locations, 117th and Blondo or 181st and Harrison. Stop by tonight and grab yourself a pitcher of beer for just $6. It's a Wing Wednesday. Head over to After Hours 1620 on Twitter. Retweet the gift of our Caddyshack gift tonight. You might be able to get that beer for free. Caddyshack Bar and Grill is the official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Cloudy overnight, scattered showers are likely, even a few wet snowflakes to mix in. Low temperatures dropping back in the lower 30s. Mainly cloudy and cool on Thursday, high temperatures just in the mid-40s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV News Watch 7.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite. It's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Sure is hot.
Yeah, why can't we cover our deck like Mike and Cheryl did?
Yeah, their deck sure is nice.
The ice in my drink melted.
Be the hero of your own story and protect your family from the sun. Call Forsman's Finest Decks and get your deck covered this summer.
How's your drink, sweetie?
Just fine. Thanks for calling Forsman's Finest Decks.
Spend more quality time outside without getting burned. Check out forsmansfinest.com today and have the finest summer yet.
Do you need a customized online marketing plan and creative campaigns to help scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 11th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let us handle all the details steps away on the south side of Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination. Blur Events takes care of all the work so you can enjoy the day.
Hey everyone, Josh Peterson here for my friends at Kugler Vision. There is so much to do in Omaha in the spring, whether it's going to the ballpark, hiking on any of the local trails, or just hanging out on the patio and enjoying the breeze with friends. Why not see all of those things and more with the best vision you have had in your entire life? Kugler Vision, the only place in Nebraska that specializes in all 7 FDA-approved forms of modern vision correction. Schedule a consultation online today at kuglervision.com.
Hey, it's Tapper for the FanDuel Sportsbook, and we are headed into week 2 of the tournament, and there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, FanDuel is giving new customers a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. Just go to FanDuel.com/Happer and sign up today and claim your no-sweat first bet. You could wager on anything and everything from the money line to the point spreads, which team will be cutting down the net at the end. You look at some of our matchups this weekend, and there are definitely a few that are ripe for the picking. Maybe you like the Blue Jays to win 2 and go all the way to Houston. You can do that on the FanDuel Sportsbook along with plenty more. So don't miss out on your shot at a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000 when you join FanDuel today. Just go to FanDuel.com/Happer to sign up. Make every moment more with FanDuel. 21 and over, present in Iowa. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
7:25 on a Wednesday night on 1620 The Zone. We're joined by the reigning defending Class A state champion boys soccer, the Gretna Dragons, their head coach Tyler Ortlieb, and his players Brett McGuire and McGuire Perkins, as well as Michael Stuckenholtz joins us in studio tonight. Guys, we appreciate making the long trek.
Absolutely.
Down I-80 down to the studio tonight. We appreciate it, Coach. We're going to start with you. You're coming off a state championship. Is it as simple as anything short of a state title is a bust at this point, or do you really evaluate what success looks like at the beginning of every season?
I wish it was that easy as just automatically looking at a state tournament run. But obviously, new year, you lose you lost 3 guys at the back from last year's team.
Mhm.
So going into this season, the most important thing was getting guys in that we felt comfortable that could play at the back. And kind of with the first 2 games, we've actually shown that we can somewhat defend, which if you would have asked me 3 weeks ago, wouldn't have been one of the strong points in us.
Is it something as simple as I know it's different every year, but when you win a state championship and you don't know what you have in coming back, does that make it a more difficult coaching job for you personally?
Yeah, because now the pressure's on.
Sure.
Obviously, every other year we've been state semifinalist or state semifinal losses. We were always chasing number 1 and 2. Now with the preseason rankings of being 1, you've got that expectation of starting and never slowing down.
Thanks, Stu Pospisil.
Coach, you're already 2-0 in the season this year. You guys get Creighton Prep tomorrow night. Does it feel like the season is full swing underway, or are you guys still trying to find the groove?
Yeah, still trying to find the groove. We're still kind of in vacation mode. Last time I talked to you guys, I was way down south on a beach.
Yeah.
So now
Sand in
it's
your toes.
Exactly. So now it's kind of here already. But tomorrow will be a good test. Obviously, you've got number 1 and number 2 going at it. I wish it was more of a mid-April game when both teams had a little bit more time to prepare. But it's their second game, our third one of the season. So it'll be good to get a good test and see where we really are.
Brett Perkins, also one of your players, joins us in the studio tonight. Brett, a state title a year ago. You had 1 goal against Lexington in the opener. You're a senior on this team. What does your legacy personally at Gretna mean to you when you walk away from this team?
It's always cool to be able to leave a mark in a kind of a legacy at a program that is super cool and it has so much success in the past couple of years. But personally, I just find it super cool that I've gotten the ability to work with so many people and so many people in the community and just having an impact around people that you care a lot about and that you have made relationships with is just super cool.
Brett, you and your brother McGuire lead the team in goals right now. Is there a brotherly rivalry between you two? Who can get the most goals in the season?
There's definitely some trash talk.
Okay.
I was gonna say you can't say no with the look you just gave us.
But at the end of the day, we pretty much know who's going to score more goals. He'll probably get more. As long as I get more assists, I'm fine with that.
There you go. McGuire, for you, you're just a junior, but you do lead this team in scoring, like Rob just said. 1 against Lexington, 2 against Elkhorn South. Why have you been so good at seeing the net this season?
Well, I've just been in the right spot at the right moment. With Mikey having 4 assists, he's mainly been the provider for my goals. So it's really just been I'm there and then just had to put it in the goal.
Right place, right time. Timing. Speaking of which, there are a ton of seniors on this team. How do you and Michael as juniors feel about your roles as leaders on this team?
I think I don't really do much of the leading. I kind of just mess with the ref and get into trouble with the ref. And then I think I just lead by my play and try to set the tone of how we should be coming out and playing.
Do you lead the team in red cards then? Is that what that means? Or
probably an overall, but I've never got one in high school. So
gotcha. Michael, we'll go to you for a second. Like McGuire alluded to, you're the setup man. You're the assist leader on this team right now. How much fun is it to play in this offense when you got scorers like this that can put it in the net after you get it to them?
It's pretty easy. You just got to put the ball in the place, and McGuire put in the back of the net. Tommy put it back in the net. Brett will. So I feel like I've been playing like this for my whole life, really, and now I'm getting play next to McGuire.
Michael, how do you fit in as a leader on this team, and how do you approach being a leader on this championship defending team?
It's like what McGuire said. I don't really talk much. I don't really talk to the ref as much as he does, but I usually just play. I lead by playing.
Does that mean McGuire is the best trash talker on the team, or is there somebody that may not be present tonight that could be accounted for in that category?
Best trash talker on the team?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Is there
Me or Figgy?
Okay. Coach, obviously, you have a lot of highlights from a year ago. Do you have a favorite moment that you're looking forward to this season? Is there maybe an event that happens out at Gretna involving soccer that you guys are leading up to, or is there something on the calendar that you look forward to every year?
We always like the Metro tournament. It's kind of nice because we'll always have home games typically, like last year, and the girls are always home too. So when they play before you get a lot of overflow from the fan base to stay and watch. And so the stands are always fuller during those type of games. And so that's probably what we get to for these high school kids to experience, because not everyone gets to play in front of 2,000 to 3,000 fans ever in their life.
Sure.
This is usually Jimmy's favorite question. Gretna wins the state title back-to-back if
we stay healthy. Probably, we've always said it in the locker room, it's the 2 H's. It's healthy and humble.
Sure.
If we put the cart before the horse, then we
could
get
be
away
the third
from
H,
it
the horse.
and stuff. So as long as we can stay healthy like we did last year and do things the right way, then should be in a good spot come May.
when state championships kind of continue to come up in droves, which doesn't happen a lot for a lot of programs, that usually brings college coaches around and people sniffing around asking about players. When it comes to recruiting your players, how involved are you in that process?
As much or as little as the boys need.
Okay.
With playing in college and everything, I've got a few connections that aren't in the local area that kind of follow games. But ultimately, a lot of the recruiting goes on in the club atmosphere and not the high school, because these guys are playing year round, and I only get them for about 3 months of the year. So it's up to them on what they're doing the other 9 that I'm not around them.
That's the head coach out at Gretna Soccer Club. It's Tyler Ortlieb is the head coach out at Gretna. He's joined by Brett and McGuire Perkins and Michael Stuckenholtz. Guys, good luck this year. Congratulations on the state title a year ago. We'll catch up with you down the road and see how the season's going, and maybe talking about another banner. If you missed the Dragon segment, check it out. SoundCloud.com/AfterHours1620 is brought to you by Going Vertical Omaha. Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier training facility in the Midwest, working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way up through the pros. GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite level sports training, performance training for all sports. Check out Going Vertical at goingverticalomaha.com tonight. We'll be right back breaking down the Sweet 16 here on 1620 The Zone.
My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in for Meatloaf Monday for just $10.95. Tuesdays are all about the happy with dollar drinks during all-day happy hour. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with After Hours. Thursday is Spaghetti Night for $10.95 a plate. Or grab some lunch on Fridays with the $12.95 hot beef sandwich. Caddyshack. 2 great locations off of 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. The official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
It's March, and that means basketball. Stop by any Omaha, Papillion, and Council Bluffs area Hy-Vees for all your beverage needs for this year's men's college basketball tournament. Get stocked up on Coke, Coke Zero, and Diet Coke products so you don't run out watching all the action. And if you're getting worn out from watching all the excitement, grab a Fairlife Core Power protein drink to help fight fatigue so you don't miss a second of the games. Coke is a proud supporter of the After Hours Lounge on 1620 The Zone.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the academy at 10700 Sapp Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
Why are we staining this deck again?
It's got to be done.
Look at Mike and Cheryl. They never have to stain their deck. They just get to sit out there and enjoy life.
That low maintenance sure looks great.
What's stopping us from having the finer things in life?
Are you already dreading working out in the heat on that deck again this summer? Get yourself a low-maintenance deck. Check out Foresman'sFinest.com and have the finest deck builders in Omaha come build your dream deck this summer.
Hey, Mark, that's a fine-looking deck. Thanks, Mike. Got it from Forceman's Finest Decks.
Check out Foresman'sFinest.com today and have the finest deck in Omaha.
Summer is almost here, and with 31 days in March, you can save $31 every month at Genesis Health Clubs. This offer will not extend. If you don't get started on your fitness goals today, then when? Tomorrow? Next week? Next month? Next year? Life's too short for that. Hi, I'm Rodney Stephen with Genesis Health Clubs, here all month giving you 31 reasons to get started towards your summer fitness goals now. Reason number 22, maintains or improves joint flexibility. Reason number 23, exercise reduces your anxiety level. Reason number 24, exercise helps you to maintain a resting metabolic heart rate. Reason number 25, exercise helps to alleviate depression. Reason number 26, exercise increases your ability to adapt to cold environments. Reason number 27, exercise maintains or improves joint flexibility. 31 reasons to get started today and $31 to save every month when you get started at Genesis Health Clubs. This offer will not extend. There is no tomorrow for your health. Go to GenesisHealthClubs.com today to get started.
Attention sales professionals. NRG Media is looking for an accomplished business-to-business salesperson who wants to take their success and skills to a new level. Is this you? Our account executives work with local businesses to create marketing plans to help them get more customers. On air, digital, on-site, audio, video, it's all part of what you could sell. A sales career with NRG lets you make a real difference. Get more info and apply online at nrgmedia.com. NRG Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Ever walk through a door and see all the trucks? Yeah, it's kind of like that at Gretna Auto Outlet. Half-ton trucks, three-quarter-ton trucks, dualies, gas or diesel. Gretna Auto Outlet will be happy to show it to you. They don't call it truck heaven for nothing, you know. Stop in the climate-controlled comfort of the indoor showroom or online with the virtual showroom at GretnaAuto.com. Gretna Auto Outlet, open Sundays too, just north of Nebraska Crossing on Highway 6 in Gretna.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
$7:38. This show flew by. We got 2 segments left. One of them, I was breaking down the Sweet 16.
You're having fun.
We're off the next couple of nights because there is basketball to be heard.
Sweet 16 and
on this station. It starts tomorrow at 5:30 with Michigan State taking on K-State. And then all the way through the weekend, we will have coverage of the NCAA basketball tournament here on 1620 The Zone. Rob Chance and I are going to give you a couple games that we're looking forward to out of this side of the bracket. And I tried to break down which day I think is going to be better. I don't even know why that would matter. But man, we have some great matchups lined up here. And to me, I think Arkansas versus UConn has the ability to be the game of the entire tournament. It's one of those things with Adonis Sanogo being the dominant inside presence he is, and the fact that you know that Arkansas wants to get out and run and play on the perimeter. This is the best opposite stylistic matchup that you have. You're going to have a lot of similarity matchups in this round. But if you're talking about counterpunch matchup, if you want to reference this to boxing, I think this is the best counterpunching matchup that you have in this round.
Agreed. My first game, Michigan State, K-State.
Your first game in the tournament's first game. That's the first game.
I'm an Izzo guy.
Into the Izzo.
I just think that, you know, he understands
that Chance's first
postseason
Jay-Z reference.
Yeah,
start the show.
Drop that in there.
First on air one.
Izzo just understands postseason game flow.
Yeah,
he has the right rotations at the right time. You know, like we said, you know, off air, he will win you a game or two. You know, and like you said, they probably got him the first 2 games of the tournament. But Jay, sorry, buddy, but what if K-State nor Texas get to the Final Four? Because remember, I said the Final Four, the ACC would have more teams than the Big 12.
Well, you said 2, but
I did. I gave a number.
It would technically be impossible for them to have more. But,
true,
yeah.
true. But anyway, I'm being petty. Moving on.
No, you.
But no, Michigan State.
No, but that's an interesting point.
Thank you
though,
for listening,
because
Jay.
I think Jay, shout out. Jay.
I think K-State gets out coached in this one.
I think Texas. That's the point I was about to make. Is I think Texas. I don't even think it's gonna be close. Texas is a 4-point favorite. I think Xavier gets run off the court tomorrow by the Longhorns. But if K-State does lose to Michigan State, and listen, I think that's very much a possibility. Michigan State's actually favored in that game, by the way.
They are.
What does that mean for the Big 12? Because obviously you didn't have
great players.
You didn't have the Purdue debacle where they were 1 seed and got absolutely manhandled by a 16 seed because they had one player. But I think having one team in the Elite 8 is probably a bad look for conference. That's an achievement, but it's probably a bad look for a conference that people thought were head and shoulders better than everybody else.
I think the Big 12 is top heavy with Bill Self as far as a coach and Kansas as a team,
which was the point you were trying to make originally when you made that statement. Anyway,
the players are going to get you through the first half. When the energy's high, you tip off. Whoever's got the best, it's usually the point guards, get it going first half, right?
But I mean, I just look at Iowa, like a team like Iowa State, where they were probably a little overseeded at a 6 seed, just get absolutely manhandled by a Pitt team. Kansas at times looked like they didn't even really belong. I know the score was close, but it just looked like Arkansas just had the better athletes. And then when it obviously, you know, K-State's going on the run that they're on right now, but again, they're an underdog going into this game.
I just think the better coaches come out in the second half of any of these Sweet 16 games going forward.
And I think that's a lot of the reason that a lot of people had Baylor going as far as they had with Scott Few. But then, I mean, you can
Drew.
Scott Drew. You can look at that matchup with Creighton and say that Greg McDermott absolutely outcoached him and coached circles around him in that matchup too. So I just think it's been a really bad look for the Big 12 this season, even though they do still have two teams and both could get in the Elite Eight, and this is a mute conversation. But Chance, do you have a game this weekend that you're looking forward to? Obviously, you're going to be
on which side of the bracket?
Either or.
Michigan State and Kansas State, just because I think Kansas State has been, as a university athletics-wise, has been just like, oh, finally, now we're getting somewhere with their football, and now their basketball seeing some pretty good, you know, they've been little brother to the Jayhawks now. How long?
I encourage anybody that hasn't seen Florida Atlantic play this season, though, watch that Tennessee game because A, Tennessee is special, but B, Florida Atlantic's going to be a ton of fun to watch.
Can I, my bad, Chance, can I throw an extra wrinkle in there?
Yeah.
That game is at Madison Square Garden, New York City.
Which game?
Michigan State, K-State.
Correct, okay.
I just think, once again, a Coach Izzo coach team is going to be a little bit more prepared for that high profile of a stage.
And not awestruck.
Exactly. They probably have even played there a couple times before. Maybe not this season.
Is there anything to it being Manhattan again?
Yeah.
Trying to think
the little apple meets the big apple.
Sorry,
Chance.
What was your other take?
Oh, my other take was going to be, at least on this side of the bracket, my other take was going to be that UConn Arkansas is a matchup that Creighton has beaten both. They beat Arkansas in Hawaii, and I believe they split the series with UConn this year in the Big East. And I can't believe okay, maybe I can believe it, but all the crosshairs that are always on Gonzaga, at least my little sphere of things I see on the internet.
Sure.
Very quiet about the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
but they're still chugging along. Granted, they're going to go against UCLA, which
nobody is talking about.
Good luck, fellas.
Nobody's talking about that matchup though. Like on paper, that should be the best matchup. Nobody's talking about that. And if I'm a Bruin fan, that's worrying me because you've looked like maybe the best team in this tournament.
It's like, guys, I'm right here.
Yeah, and
don't just ignore me.
I understand they only beat Northwestern by 5, but they were absolutely putting it on the Wildcats up until the end of that game. But I don't know. I think Houston and Alabama have the best chance of getting to the national championship. Yeah, they're both 1 seeds, but I think they play both better. I think they're the best defense and the best offensive teams left in this tournament. Just you're talking about percentage wise. It's going to be interesting to see how this weekend shakes out.
Can I throw a hypothetical at you?
Sure.
Because in this little thing on our show notes, it says potential Elite Eights. If you'll recall, a few years ago, Creighton in their first round played San Diego State.
That's right.
Pretty thoroughly beaten, I might add. What if we get a Elite Eight rematch of Creighton and SDSU and not Bama?
Yeah, and I mean, listen,
That's very possible.
You've already got a little retribution by beating Baylor in this tournament. And
this is the get even
good point.
Bracket
redemption tour for Greg McDermott and the boys. Hey, listen,
remember us?
We're breaking down the Sweet 16. We're going to give you some winners and some lines to bet on this weekend. We come back. If you missed that segment, check it out at SoundCloud.com/AfterHours1620. Is brought to you by Forsman's Finest Decks. Starting to heat up outside. If your house is missing something, dress it up a little bit. Have the finer things in life. Have Forsman's Finest Decks come out and put the finest deck Omaha has to offer on the back of your house. And cure that naked house syndrome that your house suffers from. Check out forsmansfinest.com to book a free estimate today. We'll be right back winning you some money here on The Zone. Hey everyone, Jimmy Allen here for the Strike Zone Omaha. Spring has sprung. Get into the Strike Zone for yearly workouts. Sign up for a Strike Zone membership at strikezoneomaha.com today. Get free batting cages for a year, a discount on monthly group lessons, plus individual workouts so the baseball or softball player in your life can get the individual attention they deserve. It's the Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Whether your baseball player is looking for rookie development to build a foundation for better baseball tomorrow, all-star camps to improve skills, make new friends and have fun, or advanced training from college coaches and players to teach them the proper approach and mindset to provide the best opportunity to improve their game, the Strike Zone has a summer camp that's right for you. Camps are running in June and July with a variety of times and levels of skill available. Head over to StrikeZoneOmaha.com and click camps to sign up the player in your life today.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite, it's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Sure is hot.
Yeah, why can't we cover our deck like Mike and Cheryl did?
Yeah, their deck sure is nice.
The ice in my drink melted.
Be the hero of your own story and protect your family from the sun. Call Forsman's Finest Decks and get your deck covered this summer.
How's your drink, sweetie?
Just fine. Thanks for calling Forsman's Finest Decks.
Spend more quality time outside without getting burned. Check out forsmansfinest.com today and have the finest summer yet.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
It's March, and that means basketball. Stop by any Omaha, Papillion, and Council Bluffs area Hy-Vees for all your beverage needs for this year's men's college basketball tournament. Get stocked up on Coke, Coke Zero, and Diet Coke products so you don't run out watching all the action. And if you're getting worn out from watching all the excitement, grab a Fairlife Core Power protein drink to help fight fatigue so you don't miss a second of the games. Coke is a proud supporter of the After Hours Lounge on 1620 The Zone.
Don't miss this week's Zone Deal.
This week's deal is to Rib Shack Smokehouse, 108th and Q. Receive 2 $25 gift vouchers for just $25 to Rib Shack Smokehouse. Rib Shack is known for its southern taste of down-home soul food and barbecue. The slow-cooked St. Louis ribs, smoked wings, tender, mouth-watering brisket, collard greens and mac and cheese, and baked beans keep the crowd coming.
Zone deals go fast. 9 a.m. Friday, 1620thezone.com.
From sports medicine to spine, bone, and joint problems, Nebraska Medicine is your home for the region's most comprehensive orthopedic care. Our specialists have the unmatched expertise to diagnose and treat common and complex problems, with surgery being a last resort. With multiple locations, our leading care is miles ahead, yet close to home. For orthopedic advances, this is where you begin. Visit nebraskamed.com/ortho.
Home is with you wherever that may be.
Businesses of Omaha, settling for a website that looks like it's stuck in the early 2000s? Then it's time to level up with JM Online. Our local team builds custom websites that solve unique business needs. We're not your typical web design company. We're your partners in online success. Ready to take your website to the next level? Go to jmonline.com and request an initial call.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Closing time on 1620 The Zone. Thank you very much to the Gretna Boys Dragon soccer team for joining us, and Tyler Whitley and his crew coming into the studio, making that happen. If you missed any of the show tonight, Brian Munson gave you a prediction who the most likely 5-star to commit this weekend would be. Check all that out at 1620thezone.com on the radio replay page. It's time for us to win you some money, at least for me to win you guys some money.
You're ramping them up, aren't you?
I went 3-0 on Monday night. I'm just saying.
Who are you?
Rob, you took the Jazz. Or sorry, Chance, you took the Kings -7. They lost by 8. I just want to throw that out there. Rob, you took the
Dang it, Sacramento.
Took the Blackhawks +1.5. They got shut out 5-0. Yeah. But tonight we're gonna do better. We're gonna pick 5 games in the NCAA tournament, and we're all gonna try to go 5-0. Chance, Tom Izzo, despite being a 7 seed against the 3 seed, is favored by 1.5.
Ooh.
Sparty or Willie? Who you got?
Give me T to the Izzo. I want them on the money line.
Yep, money line as well.
I got Tom Izzo and Michigan State advancing also. Gonzaga versus UCLA. The Bruins only a 1.5-point favorite in this one. Rob, the Bruins or the Bulldogs?
I'm going to go with Bulldogs once again. Mark Few will out coach. What's his name? Nick, ballhead guy. Came over from Xavier.
Nick, who is bald.
Yes.
Can't remember his last name. But anyway, I think Few
Probably
gets a win.
baldy.
Chance?
I like both of these teams. Give me the Bruins, but they don't cover. Money line.
It's Mick Cronin, by the way.
Cronin, thank you.
The number 1 seed. I'm sorry. I'm going to take Gonzaga also, so it's a sweep for the Bulldogs as well. The number 1 seed, Alabama. Did you say UCLA?
I said UCLA.
Sorry. So, okay, we'll take the Bulldogs.
Cool.
Chance says UCLA. The number 1 seed, the Alabama Crimson Tide are 7-point
Roll
favorites
Tide, baby.
against San Diego State. Rob, too much presence inside for the Aztecs to cover?
I think San Diego State does cover.
Chance Oliver.
Rob, I was going to say that.
Sorry.
It's
Steal
okay.
your thunder.
It's okay. San Diego State covers. Alabama wins and advances.
Alabama won't miss a whole lot. They shoot over 70% from the field. Give me the Tide to roll in that one. Xavier is a 4-point underdog. Speaking of Xavier, they take on Texas. Chance. Can the Big East win a Big 12 Big East matchup in this one?
Listen, I was for sure Xavier was going to be the Big East team to blow it. Turns out it was Marquette. So, oops. But
yeah, I'm very surprised they're in this spot too.
I think Xavier's going to finally run out of steam, and I'm going to go with Texas.
It's Xavier, not Xavier, but okay.
Didn't I say Xavier?
You said Xavier.
Charles Xavier?
No.
I'm going to go with Texas to cover.
Sean Miller and Xavier.
Yeah.
Professor
Xavier. For all our folks
Professor
out there.
Xavier.
Too many athletes in Austin, and they take this one away. They got a great inside presence, great front court also. Jays, the biggest favorite of the weekend. They're 10-point favorites against Princeton. Chance Oliver.
10 points.
Do the Jays win, and do they cover?
Not only do... Oh, God, where is it?
Jays win! Jays win! Jays win!
I think the Jays do cover against Princeton because as a guy who's personally talked to Mac several times with 1 to 2 words of, hey, I'm ready for the interview with John, I will say I think he'll keep a lid on them after that just incredible performance against Baylor. That's the best game they played all year.
Without a doubt.
So I think if you can just keep the lid on those Buckaroos over there, they'll be fine, and you'll punch your first ever ticket to the Elite Eight.
I'm going to say if they are fortunate enough to get up by that many in a Sweet 16 game, regardless of who it is, they might start to get other people in the game, a little depth, a little experience. And
Francisco Farabello got in the last game.
Mason Miller.
They may
he's
not
in a walking
cover
boot.
that 10 points.
He's in a boot. No.
I just find it hard seeing a Sweet 16 game double digit. So I'll actually take Princeton to cover.
Ryan Kalkbrenner goes for 20-plus points. Jays win by at least 25. They
Wow.
absolutely
Oh, my
roll this
God.
game. Hey, if you missed any of the After Hours Lounge tonight, check it out, SoundCloud.com/After Hours 1620. It was brought to you by our friends at Pyramid Roofing. We all know someone needs a roof replaced. Maybe you need windows or gutters replaced too. They do it all at Pyramid Roofing. It's the number 1 roofer, 12 consecutive years in Omaha. Come out, take care of that window, those gutters, that siding, even the roof. They do it all. Give them a call, 402-502-9300. Check out pyramidroof.com to book a free estimate today. Chance Oliver, Rob Love. I've been Jimmy Allen. Happy National Water Day.
Drink up.
Do you need a customized online marketing plan and creative campaigns to help scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.